You see this Instagram post right here? That is 100% right. It comes from the account of wrestler Stephanie Vicure, and you probably remember her from the AEW Forbidden Door show, because she rocked into that and she took on Mercedes Moné for her TBS title. Now, she didn't win, but if you weren't familiar with her work, everyone was like, man, she's really good. Vicure was also the CMLL Women's Champion until she did leave to join WWE. And given that she is doing that along with Julia from Stardom/Marigold and the Australian kick-ass monster known as Delta, well, I think the WWE is about to introduce us to a whole brand new era, and one that is going to be pretty damn good. Why? Here's why. Now, before we do focus on the new, let's make sure we focus on the old, because that's how we got here to begin with. 'Cause NXT over the last few years has just gone out of its way to give us one of the best damn women's divisions in the world. And now the list of talent there is absolutely stupid. Now, I don't want to start naming names because I forget someone and I feel bad, but let's just take the person at the tippity top of the tree, the current NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez. Now, I've long said she probably could have debuted on the main roster instantly because she's just born to be a pro wrestler, but actually, WWE and NXT did want to make her wait. They wanted to be patient, and if we look at the evidence in hindsight, they were totally right. Because after a very successful babyface run, we did turn Roxy heel just to see what she could do, and after a while, when she did find her feet and she kind of found her new promo style, she told everyone, yep, I can be a good guy, I can be a bad guy. So now that when she does get called up to Raw and SmackDown, she'll be good to go in whatever guys you need. But you can just see her getting better and learning every single week, which is another reason I really enjoy NXT. And now she has all the experience that she needs to totally fly. And I will tell you this, in August 2024, whatever the flub it is, one day I bet she main events WrestleMania. You also got the likes of Thea Hale though, who basically started when she was just a fetus, and now she's still only 20 years old, but absolutely kicking ass. And you have all the former athletes that WWE went and got, such as Lash Legend and Sol Ruka, and they are doing great too. Don't forget, they haven't been wrestling that long, and they're able to do some crazy wazy stuff. And no, I don't think all of our future WWE superstars should be former collegiate athletes, but I am telling you, if you pick the right one and they can adapt to sports entertainment, then it's a damn good path to go down. I suppose that means it's an even bigger deal for the three talents that WWE has just signed, because these aren't some hardened wrestlers they've just gone out and given contracts to. Because Stephanie has been around for ages, and actually a few years ago did get a WWE tryout, and for one reason or another they were like, no, you need to go out there and get even better. So she put her on the back, she improved massively, and then yeah, as soon as her contract was up, WWE was like, man, you coming to us. And all you need to do is go on YouTube and search through some of the highlights, and you will get it instantly. And yes, I know she's gonna have to work on her character, and she's gonna have to work on her promos, because that's so important in WWE. But who says she can't do this? Again, the NXT system is very good at giving you that experience. I think she's gonna do just fine. Also, when you've already got the foundations, you are halfway there. That's what Bon Jovi was singing about. And are you gonna go argue with John? No, you're not. You can also take all of this and apply it to Julia, although there is a bit of an asterisk, because when she did start getting talked about in more of the mainstream, people did go and check her out. She only has one speed, and it's the speed of death. She hits hard. So you can probably make the argument that she's a little bit too snug for WWE. But do you think she is not coachable? And do you think she is not trainable? Whatever the right word would be. Of course she is. And I'm sure NXT officials have sat down and said this to her. And she's like, yeah, no problem, man. I get pro wrestling and I can do whatever you want. I mean, plenty of people have also followed this path and were able to adapt. And deep down in your Tootsie Toes, once again, she's just such a good wrestler. I checked out some of her Stardom matches. I was like, I don't want her to hit me. She'll take my head off. It's fair to say as well that for a while she has absolutely been a potential free agent that everyone was like, we should keep our eye on. Which brings us to Delta. I would hazard a guess you're not overly aware of her, and listen, that is okay. Don't listen to the crazies who gatekeep pro wrestling like, man, you need to know every single individual that's out there. That's not fun. It's way more entertaining to hear about these people in the news, go and research them, be like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. The rumor has been though that when WWE was out in Australia for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, they did do a tryout, and as soon as they saw Delta, they're like, listen, finish up your dates in Oz, and then you come into Florida. I mean, she was a champion at MCW in pretty much every single promotion that she did compete in. And during the HER tour, she took on Jordynne Grace, who, do not forget, is the current TNA Knockouts champion too. I suppose the main thing we want to chat about today is that they were 3 big agents that most people wanted, and they all decided to go to NXT, and do you want to know why? Because once again, the depth is absolutely ridiculous, and you can become a massive star. And it really is because it has received so much love and attention, and you can actually back this up with statistics. If you take every single wrestling show by their running time, and then you divide it up by how many minutes the men got and the women got and the talking segments got, NXT, when it comes to the females, is always right at the top of the damn list. So it just means if you want to get noticed, you're going to get more opportunities there. But also, because NXT is the greatest promotion on the planet, you could be cast as a serious person, or you could have some truly goofy stuff. Go look at everything with Chase U, and that may not be to your taste, which is totally fine, but I flubbing love it. Because Jacy Jane was all over that, and at one point she was a good guy, then she was a bad guy, and everything worked out so well. And actually, halfway through me recording this video, I did sit down to watch the Great American Bash, when we got Roxanne Perez versus Thea Hale, and I think their combined age, ridiculously, is 41, and they had an absolute banger of a contest. So once again, we got 2 diamonds that are gonna shine. And the best way to make sure that we continually do this is to ensure that brand new talent is coming through the doors all the time, because then when you move the current generation up to Raw or SmackDown, you just have a bunch of more bodies you can play with. It also feels like somebody like Tegan Knox is gonna resettle here, and she has all the experience in the world that she can pass on, and Meechin is just here, there, and everywhere. But take what I just said and copy and paste it. So even if you are a somebody right now, or a name we are familiar with, but you don't have a feud, you too could pop back up in NXT. And I'm repeating myself here, but it just adds to the swimming pool of depth. But I really do think it's going to be something we look back on a few years and go, oh my gosh, there was a huge evolution/revolution there. And it's very similar to what TNA did with the Knockouts division. That's another thing that doesn't get enough love. They have always treated that thing with importance, and now when people see that championship, they go, oh man, I should care, because they know that TNA cares too. This will only help when they do go up to the main roster as well, because we need the next Sasha Banks or Charlotte Flair or Becky Lynch or Bayley or whoever you want to talk about. And even though I said I wasn't going to do this, let's just throw a few names out there quickly. Roxanne Perez, Thea Hale, Kalani Jordan, Sol Ruka, Lash Legend, Jacy Jane, Cora Jade, Jada Parker, Ariana Grace, Fallon Henley, Lola Vice, Tatum Paxley, and Ren Sinclair. Well, I'm going to stop there so I don't fall foul of the thing I already said that I didn't want to fall foul to, but all of these are ready to go. And not just because every single one is a super duper worker, they all bring something unique to the table. And that is how you craft and build a damn good division. It also doesn't just happen either. You have to have a plan, you have to culminate this. And that's why they really do deserve a round of applause, because now they are totally locked into making this as good as it can be. And hopefully other promotions will learn and follow. Adding 3 extra bodies is only going to make it even better, and I think in 2025 we are in for something very special, and maybe some Match of the Year candidates. So if you're not already, I'd keep your eye on this. Good times are coming. It also makes me properly excited, which is the point of pro wrestling, and if you do have a favorite NXT women's wrestler, drop it in the comments down there. And mine probably would be Ariana Grace or Ren Sinclair. I was very lucky to work a show a long time ago with Ren Sinclair, and I tell you, you know instantly, man, she gonna be all right. And so far, she's doing exactly that. Also, please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Click the video on the screen, which is me talking about more wrestling trivia for your brains. But otherwise, my friends, I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you. And I will see you the next time you click a video and press play. Otherwise, I'm probably just laying down somewhere. I'm a weird guy.